The NRUK Cup Series heads to the Lone Star State of Texas for round number 6 of the season today for the running of the US Army 400 here at Texas Motor Speedway. Welcome everyone back to the channel and back to another race in season number 4 of the NRUK Cup Series. My name's Jake. I'd like to welcome everyone back for another race today here at Texas. It's going to be a lot of fun today, this 1.5 miler. Let's see who can grab a win today. And without further ado, let's get into your starting lineup. Evan Hunter grabs pole for the first time this season in that 11 FedEx Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing to his outside. He's going to have to fend off the challenger Nonigan Scott, looking to go back-to-back this season in the NRUK and grab a victory for Team Penske and that 12 Ford Mustang machine. Behind them, it's a Hendrick Motorsports second row lockout with Alexander Rowe and Jeff Bright. Then we have behind them Mac Johnson with a great qualifying effort for Roush Racing. He starts 5th, and Joe Ratkowski, who led a lot of laps last time out at Bristol, starting in 6th. On row 4, it's Keegan Thompson and Anthony Charbois, and then behind them Luke Rainey in the 8 car running that gold anniversary commemorative scheme for RCR, celebrating 50 years of Richard Childers Racing. Both him and his teammate William Bullen will be running that scheme today in honour of Richard Childers and 50 years of their team. So just look out today, they will be running similar schemes, but Luke's running slightly lighter shade of gold, and Nathan Stapleton in that 42 rounds out the top 10. 41 drivers then are going to hit the grid then here at Texas for the 6th time this season. Nothing really else much to report. Cody Smart had to go to the rear due to a engine change in the 43. For Richard Petty Motorsports. He's had a great year so far, has Smart. He's been outperforming his equipment quite a lot, but today is a tough break. He's going to have to work his way through the field today here at Texas and try and grab a good result. Definitely an option for Cody Smart today. What can he do in the 43? We're going to find out. Wasn't really see some of the more backmarker teams there, but Evan Hunter will be the one leading them to the green flag today. Joe Gibbs Racing haven't had the greatest of starts so far this season. We've seen Mathis Wells go to victory lane, but all 4 of their drivers have been struggling so far. Can they break that duck today and finally get a win? Jeff Bright's looking to go back to NRUK victory lane. How about Matt Johnson in the 6th for Roush? A lot of storylines coming into this one. 34 laps in one of the shorter races of this season. Evan Hunter then starting on pole for Joe Gibbs Racing. Pace car pulls down pit lane. We're about to go racing at Texas. Down to the start finish line. Green flag in the air. We're racing. Down the backstretch then for the first time today. Evan Hunter got a good start on the inside lane. He's now under threat and under challenge from Jeff Bright in the 9 car. 9-11 out front as they're hitting very, very quick speeds already. Lap 1 is going to be led by a 9 car of Jeff Bright. Great opening lap from him as they are hurtling down the front stretch here. Very quick ins to turn 1 and 2. Back for second, Evan Hunter trying to be caught up high. He's been caught by Mac Johnson. Keegan Thompson breaking into the top 5 for the first time today. Of course, Thompson has had an awful opening couple of rounds so far. He's not been impressing Hendrick as the 8 car, Luke Rainey, getting all out of shape there. The 41 of Max Rossi was right on the bumper of the 8 car there and had him all over the place coming out of turn 2. And we got a caution already. JJ Reed and Riley Snare have wrecked, and some of the back markers have gone around here. The 51 and Dylan Trieste as well is also caught up in that one, and lap 3 here, we're under caution for the first time today. Coming back to the start-finish line, Jeff Bright is the leader, Evan Hunter in 2nd. Keegan Thompson will be in 3rd, 4th for Matt Johnson, 5th for Luke Rainey, so that's your running order, but 3-car wreck here to bring out the first caution today. Front end damage on the 77 of Riley Snare, and JJ Reed and Dylan Trieste, they also caught up in that one. Lap 4, we're on the caution already. Let's go see how this first wreck of the day has happened. And I ain't going to be the one who's wanting to be in this team meeting on a Monday morning. Rick Ware Racing implode at Texas. Seen him here racing out of turns 4 here. See all 4 Rick Ware Racing cars there. The 53, the 51, the 54, and the 52. All racing there very aggressively. And the back markers, they get into each other. I believe that is Grenier in the 52 and Friesen. And JJ Reed and Dylan Treste got on the worst of it. So they probably didn't cause as much of it. But they were the ones on the receiving end of it. And JJ Reed, sorry, beg your pardon. Gets caught up on the wrong end of the stick. And his day is done very early on here at Texas. See from this camera angle here. See the 52 just gets up in the 54. And that sends the 53 hard into the wall. And the caution comes out very, very quickly indeed. Final look at this one then as the back markers have wrecked. And we'll have to see what happens here to Riley Snare as well. Because he unfortunately got caught up in all this. In this Rick Ware Racing mess. And this is what the 77 had to deal with. See him racing that turn. He had it cleared. But the 53 got into the 51. 51 came rebounding across the track. And then the 77 just got into him. Sent both of those cars spinning around. And that's going to be damage for those teams. And their day is done. Also, this also gives us the potential crisis of a lap car. If one of these guys decide to stay out with damage. So, the front runners are not going to be wanting to see that, including Jeff Bright and Evan Hunter. They led us back to the stripe. They're going to be your leader when we come back to restart shortly. We will be restarting here on lap number 8 of 34. So, some caution laps taking out a good chunk of this one. JJ Reed is out of the race here. And he'll be 3 laps down. He's out. He's done for the day. He'll be retired from this race. The main worry for me is the fact that the 77 and the 51 have got damage. They could be lap cars. Eli Bright as well, I believe, had to come in under caution to a pit. I don't know what for. The 88 must be having some sort of issue on his car. He's had to come down pit lane and fix that. Hopefully he's got it all sorted out, as we can see. So the big names here towards the back of the field. William Seaman, Mathis Wells dropped down quite low, quite early on. And meanwhile, some of the underdogs have got a great start and worked themselves up towards the front. You look at the likes of Mitchell Collins here on the cusp of the top 10, and Jensen Edwards as well. It's been all about this man so far. Jeff Bright has not had any issues. And Hendrick looking to take home the dub. He leads Evan Hunter, who also got a good start last time. Let's see what they can do here on the restart. Coming into the restart zone then. Green flag back out in the air. We're back underway here at Texas. Great start from the front too. They left Keegan Thompson in the dust there. And Jeff Bright looking to maybe dominate this race here in every lap if he can, but he's going to have to do a good job because 11 car looks strong. He was the quickest. He was the fastest, was Evan Hunter. So we know he has speed this weekend. It's just, can he showcase that in today's race? Keegan Thompson finally having a good run. If he can keep out of trouble, it'll be a much needed day for that 48 team if they're going to have any sort of recovery, because they've had an appalling season so far. They need to do much better, and here they are at Texas, running well. It's a track that Keegan normally performs well at. He likes this track a lot, and it's shown today. He's now going to take to the inside of Evan Hunter, looking for second and trying to make it a Hendrick Motorsports 1-2 at the front. To the stripe. Thompson in second for now. Can he clear the 11 car? He will. Keegan Thompson to second. And Evan Hunter continues to fall back as Mac Johnson looks to the inside for third position. Luke Rainey currently rounds out the top 5. He's under constant pressure from Max Rossi though. Alex Fletcher having another good day in 21 for the Wood brothers right now. See the 41 way out the racetrack there. He tried to send it on the 8 car, Luke Rainey. It didn't pay off, and now he's going to be under attack from this Nibco and Menard's 21 machine. Fletcher's had such a great year so far. Really outperforming his equipment, and they've gone alliance with Penske. If I was Team Penske, you'd be keeping an eye on this man right now, because he's been putting in the performances so far. He's running 7th right now, continuing his already so far great season. Rakowski follows behind him in 8th. How about Jake Richardson in 9th? 10th is Nottingham Scott, and we are under caution again here. Oh, wow. William Bullen and Cody Smart. Eli Bright, Jeremy Baylor. Another back mark. Some of the back markers gone around again. There's Diego Pez with big damage. Roman Fenway cannot catch a break, and they are wrecking again. Lap 12, another caution here. See the 3-car William Bullen all torn up. Eli Bright might be done for the day. Roman Fenway's tough season continues. Lap cars could have played a part. You don't really know. Going back to there, I think the 43 of Cody Smart had some pretty big damage. See a bit of damage on the side of the car of Alex Reynolds there. But yeah, that was a nasty one. And we're under caution once again here. As Jeff Bright led them back to the stripe. We're going to see how the second caution of the day has happened. And this is a vicious and violent crash for Roman Fenway. I hope 17 car is alright. Medical crew attending to him right now, but this is a hard link and a tough watch, guys. Look at this. Exiting off of 2. The 17 racing hard with the 3 of William Bullen, and Bullen gets into the back left quarter panel, sends 17 hurling down the racetrack into the inside wall, and they come both back up the racetrack into traffic. That's where Cody Smart gets his damage from, and that sends the 17 into a spiraling barrel roll, hit by the 38 of Pez again. The 38 up on his side, and the 17 just goes for a tumbling time down the turn 3 banking. It's a very nasty accident there. Flies over the top of Riley Snare there. So Snare with damage and Fenway with a tough wreck. Have to see what happened with the 3 of William Bullen, because I think this is where he gets Eli Bright might get his damage from. See the 3 there, hooks the 17, a hard link for both of them there. And oh yeah, look, gets turned there, and I don't know what happened to Eli Bright. Oh, there you go. So Bright and Trester went low to try and avoid it, and instead had a head-on hit with William Bullen. Tough link for the 51 car involving the second wreck today, and Bright also got damage from that as well. Diego Pez wasn't having the greatest of days for Front Row Motorsports, and he's also been caught up in this one. Take a look. He just comes across the racetrack, nothing he can do. He gets clobbered by the 15 and Jeremy Baylor. Friesen just about messes it. And look, the 17 over the roof of Riley Snare. Let's go on board with the 77 of Riley Snare as he sees Roman Fenway barrel roll across the top of him. I'm going to see the front end damage from the previous wreck for Riley Snare. He's some way off the pace. This is what he saw coming into turns 3 and 4 on lap number 11. That is quite insane. Very, very tough hit for Riley Snare in the 77. Well, not tough hit. Good miss, actually, in fact. Don't know what I'm talking about there. And he managed to avoid the wreck, but that's going to claim a lot of drivers and a lot of cars out from this one. Tough timing for some of these drivers. And Jeff Bright continues to lead. Can he round off a dominant victory as we enter the second half of this race? There is a long list of drivers that have been claimed victim from this one. Dylan Trester's day is done. He is out of the race. So is Jeremy Baylor in the 15. And Diego Pez finishes off a poor day. So does Cody Smart. William Bullen and Roman Fenway are 2 real main players involved in that one. They are out. And Eli Bright, who randomly just fell back. I don't know what happened on the 88. But he's had some sort of issue, and that wreck's going to put him out for sure. Poor day for his team over at Hendrick Motorsports. Meanwhile, his teammates run first and second. Father Jeff leads with Keegan Thompson in second place. Evan Hunter is currently in third. Those seem to be the best 3 cars out on track. Mac Johnson and Luke Rainey continue to round up the top 5. And behind them we have Max Rossi, Alex Fletcher, Rakowski, Richardson and Scott. Like we were saying before that caution came out, we have 2 more Joe Gibbs racing cars just outside the top 10, the Spurlitude and Charbois, Yo 13th, DeLello 14th, and Jensen Edwards in 15th. That is Rounding out the top 15 for you. Can anyone get past Jeff Bright? He's going to have to hold off Keegan Thompson in the 48. And as well, the 11 of Evan Hunter, your pole sitter. Into the restart zone. Once again today, Jeff Bright puts the foot on the gas and we are back underway. Great start again from Jeff Bright. He made sure Keegan Thompson was almost sleeping there. Got a great and pretty tasty advantage over his teammate there on the restart. But can the 48 find a run down the backstretch and potentially overtake him? No, he won't, because Evan Hunter has decided to dip low towards the inside lane. Hunter back up towards second. Oh, look, Rainey in the wall back there. Rainey with a poor corner, scraped the turn 4 wall there. He's going to get away with it in terms of he won't wreck, but 8 might have a little bit of cosmetic damage done to him right there, and that allowed some drivers like Fletcher, Richardson and Rutkowski to jump low and get past him. Thompson now falling back as Mac Johnson looks for third in the 6 car and towards the inside lane. Rutkowski taking it 3 wide behind them. That's a bold move from the 1 car as the 21 scrapes the wall a little there, but Rutkowski making some huge moves in the 1 car. He wants redemption from that Bristol win that arguably got taken away from him. Can Joe get it done and get another good result here today? Meanwhile at the front, Jeff Bright leads and he has a 2/10 gap over Evan Hunter as it stands right now. The battle for third is intense. Keegan Thompson holds off the 6 and clears them for now. Mac Johnson though under threat for 4th. This is Jake Richardson in the 22 for Penske. Rutkowski leading that inside lane as well. Nonagon Scott, Riley Spurley battling hard. Colton Yo again trying to protect that good points position he has. I believe Tim Gary's the points leader right now. The 4 car currently running in 25th. So there's an opportunity for some of these guys that are running quite close behind him to capitalise on a poor day from your points leader and potentially steal that points lead away from him. Jeff Bright is doing a pretty epic job of leading right now though. Could be a good battle for second in a minute. A good run through the turn for the 48 of Keegan Thompson. Here he goes, looking to the inside of Evan Hunter, maybe in turns 3 and 4. Doesn't make his move this time, decides to stay put for now. Could he look to make it coming out of 4? Can't quite get the run that he was hoping for and wanting there. Well, they're going to try and work together and maybe catch a 9. Maybe this is good tactics. No, they won't. They won't. Our Hunter goes high. Thompson dips low. And here comes Keegan Thompson for 2nd position. Jake Richardson is doing a nice job of holding on to this top 5 spot right now. He could be in this picture for 2nd place at the moment. As the 11 and 48 having a great battle right now for 2nd place. Hunter's not giving that spot up easily because he knows once he gets stuck on the high side, he could drop like a rock. The big question now is, can Thompson run down teammate Jeff Bright for the lead? He's 3 attempts back. Bright's not put a foot wrong today and he's led nearly, I think he has led every lap here at Texas. Thompson's got to try and reel him in though. Closed the gap a little that time as Jake Richardson has passed the 11 for 3rd. Mac Johnson is in the top 5. Look at Colton Yo doing a nice job on the 14. He's coming back up towards the front. He's joined by teammate Max Rossi in 7th. Spurley Tube and Stapleton going at it for 8th as well. Side by side. Can the 14 clear the 6? He will. Into the top 5 goes Colton Yo. Into 3rd place goes Jake Richardson. Gap that time was actually identical between the 9 and the 48. So not an inch between them in terms of lap times right now. Just all about whether Keegan can run down the 9 car. Johnson now stuck up high. He's lost a whole host of spots. Falling back rapidly is the 6 car, so something not right on him at the moment. Can't see him get it wound up at this stage of the race, and he's lost out spots to Stapleton and Rossi. And Stapleton making some nice and steady progress through the field as well. Battle for the outside the top 10. Meanwhile, for 2nd place, here goes the 22 of Jake Richardson on the 48 Keegan Thompson. This is not going to help their progress, I don't think. I think this might allow the 9 car to pull away even further It was under 3/10 last time they crossed the line. It's now over a 10th of a gap. He's extended the gap by a 10th, has Jeff Bright now. So that battle did not help the 22 or the 48. And if they continue to do that, Jeff Bright is going to be smiling at what he sees in his mirror. Because that's just going to aid him and help him on to a race victory. Nathan Stapleton on the charge here, looking for 4th position. Can he get there? He's looking. 2nd place, still scrapping at it, is Jake Richardson and Keegan Thompson. They're looking, but they can't quite get there. Can the 48 and the 22 with a nice decent run off the high side. Let's see what the gap is between the 9 and the 22 this time by. When each car has crossed the line and it's closed. The 22 has closed on the 9 car here. Are things going to get tasty and interesting in these final couple of laps? They're all kind of falling up single file right now. Maybe this is a team effort to run down the 9 and Jeff Bright. Maybe this is the only way they can run down the 9 and Jeff Bright, is by working together, trying to use each other's draft to get towards the front. Getting the gap closed up. This time only by a little bit. Nathan Stapleton is on a heck of a charge in the 42, by the way. Those last couple of laps, he has just bolted up towards the front. And now he's challenging for 3rd on Keegan Thompson. Hunter rounds out the top 5 for now as the Stuart Haas teammates go for 6th. That is Rossi against Yo. They come across the line this time with 5 to go. Caution comes out now. The race, I believe, will be over. The first driver to make it back will be your winner. Richardson's closed the gap again, but I think he's got to take a little bit more time out of the 9 each lap if he wants to maybe make a pass for the lead. But they are catching Jeff Bright. It's the first time we've seen that today. Nathan Stapleton to the inside of Thompson for 3rd. Can he clear him? He will. Stapleton up into 3rd place. Evan Hunter trying to use that momentum from the 42 and trying to get to the front. Richardson closed the gap to under 2/10 that time by, with 4 to go. Again, I think he has to take more time out of the 9's lead to be in with a chance of this one. Can the 42 help him? He won't help him. Stapleton wants the victory for himself. He has a quick car. Can he make it count when it matters most? This battle is all good for Nathan Stapleton, but it could cost them the win. This might give Jeff Bright a win at Texas. In fact, it looks very likely now as the 42 and the 22 have been side by side for a good chunk and period of this lap. That might be all she wrote in this one. 42 does clear for 2nd. What's the gap looking like this time? It's very big again. It's over 3/10. And Stapleton overtaking the 22 Richardson has maybe handed Jeff Bright the victory here at Texas. They continue a battle for positions back in the pack. But this man has been flawless all race. He's off a turn 4 to get the white flag this time for Jeff Bright. He grabbed his first NRUK Cup Series win at Watkins Glen last year with a great performance then. Once again, he has dominated and put on a great display here at Texas. Hendrick Motorsports not had the greatest of seasons, but right now Jeff Bright will round off the final turn, and to the start finish line, Jeff Bright wins Texas. Superb victory for the 9 car. Jeff Bright is heading to NRUK victory lane once more. Great win for him, his 2nd Cup Series victory, and that will definitely help his claim for a chase spot. Great victory for Jeff Bright. Many congrats to him, and he wins for Hendrick Motorsport. He led every lap on his way to victory. Stapleton just about grabbed 2nd place from Jake Richardson there in the end. Max Rossi grabs the top 5. Good result for him. Evan Hunter 5th. 6th for Keegan Thompson. I've done that. Back in a sec, fellas.